Welcome to Football Manager 2017, my Wigan game. Currently in the year 2035, at the beginning of the season. I'm in the Premier League and this is the second game of the season, this time away to Watford. There have been no additions to the team since the last match. And Lee Harwood is still suspended, so I can't put my preferred right back in. The only real additions have been two under 18 assistant manager and an under 23 coach. The under 18 assistant manager is now Herbie Kane, who retired, I believe, the end of the first season I was in charge, the 33-34 season, or maybe retired at the end of the 34-35 season. I think it was the first one. But he was a long-serving player for Wigan. He applied for the under 18 assistant manager position, so I selected him. It's always nice to have ex-players as your backroom staff. Beyond that, there are absolutely no changes to the team that went out last time, that managed to sneak a 1-0 victory against Wolves right at the end. And apparently the Man City and Man United managers are insecure. Although Man City managed to win their last game, so I'm assuming they're less insecure than they were. And Man United have won their only game of the season so far. And in the English Football League Cup, I have drawn Cardiff at home. Cardiff are at least a division below me, so it could have been a much worse draw. Right, go out there and impress me. So here we are at the joy of Watford's ground, and if you saw any of last season, I had Watford's spare left back, the Jara, on loan to me last year, and he was one of my best players, and he couldn't get into the Watford side. This team is pretty much the same team, skill level and players, as it was last season, apart from a couple of minor additions. So if their one of their left backs who couldn't even get into their squad was my best player last year, it kind of makes me worry about the level of skill I'm going to be facing here. It would be nice if good things happened. And yes, that guy on the ball, Bertil, is now my left back. Oh, and that's my young Spanish kiddie who came in at the end of the season, who's replaced Turner in the starting lineup. But yes, as I was saying, if one of my best players of last year couldn't even get into their squad, and I'm playing with pretty much the same squad as I had last year, then that kind of makes me concerned for my chances of being able to keep up with a squad like Watford. If I can't keep up with Watford, well, it's going to be a real long season, to put it politely. But I'd like to get the first 3 or 4 games of the season done, just to see where I stand. Now, and Crystal Palace are having a torrid time at the start of their season. They're already 3-0 down in their second game of the season, having lost the first one 5-1. So the more teams that get thrashed by the bigger clubs, the happier I am, because any points I can pick up give me a better chance. Well, that was a very fast first half. And the only player that appears to not really be on the pace is Wedderburn, so I'll put Turner on. And I'll be assertive and go out there and tell them how wonderful they've been, because there were really no highlights in the first half. And I'm quite happy for there to be no highlights. A 0-0 draw will suit me fine away from home. Oh, Bertel gets his first yellow card. Well, my wing-backs tend to get yellow cards, so... Oh, he's got to be offside. Thank you. That was a tad worrying how much space he suddenly found himself in, and if he hadn't been offside, I really would have been upset. And Chelsea are apparently destroying someone 3-0 as well. Oh, and apparently I've kicked one of their players off the park. I'm always happy to kick the opposition off the park. Always makes me feel good. And yes, Di Thomas is not having the best of games in defence either, but there again, he is possibly the worst player in my squad. Or maybe my right back is my worst player in the squad, but it's a choice out of the two of them. Oh, look at the way they're playing football. Well, they should have scored there. Yes, that's what I'm worried about with playing a team, even just of Watford's calibre, is when they choose to actually play football well, they just make me look like I shouldn't be on the same field with them. Which, not a great feeling, I know. However, and yes, 30-yard pinpoint passes like that, as compared to my lousy clearance to another one of their forwards. I am just essentially being outclassed here. Oh, good. Another good offside decision, referee. Thank you. Yeah, this is a matter of can I survive this game? Not can I... Well, it'd be nice to sneak another 1-0 victory in time added on like I did in the last game, but I'm really not seeing it. Because I really don't think I've had something that I would consider an attack in the second half. Didn't have much of one in the first half, for that matter. And a pitiful shot there by Turner. Oh, we actually got a corner out of that. Well, anything that takes the time away from them having the ball. Oh, almost got lucky with the corner. Oh, okay, and yeah, Turner gave up on that ball. This is the problem with a side like mine in the Premier League. Stroth and Middlesbrough came back from 3-0 down to draw 4-4 with Stoke. But yes, the side like mine in the Premier League is I really can't judge the talent level of my players per se, because most of them shouldn't be playing at this level. Or if they can play at this level, it's kind of like they'd be on the fringes of most other teams. So if they look bad, then that's kind of how it should be. And I really don't expect one player to be outstanding and change the whole focus of a game for me, because none of my players are that good. And I really don't expect a Leicester-like season. And unbelievably, 2 minutes into time added on, Turner has done it again. And according to the thing in the top right-hand corner, that moved me up to second in the Premier League. Literally, 92 minutes in. And Turner manages to do what he did last time. Okay, I'm truly gobsmacked. I had no expectation of that whatsoever. All hail the mighty Watford. Well, they don't seem to take praise very well. But yes, I really am completely and utterly gobsmacked by the fact I managed to squeeze out yet another undeserved victory. Wigan show class to upstage Watford. No, Wigan show that luck matters. Oh yes, I was scouting Richard Lambert, but he's gone on loan. So really not much point. And their manager, who was very polite to me before the match, still seems relatively polite. Well, 2 games into the season, I have 6 points by undeserved victories both times. But I'll take them. I am ahead of, well, everybody but Chelsea. The Manchester clubs are far behind me. Useless muppets. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you down the road.